Good morning. Welcome to Colorado LTAP Tailgate Talks. Today we are talking about heat-related illnesses, awareness, and prevention. Things are heating up outside, and today we are going to give you information about heat stroke, heat exhaustion, as well as heat cramps and why it's important to know about each one. Here's why we're talking about it. Heat-related deaths, yes, people die from heat, and illnesses are entirely preventable. I know that sounds like a broken record for me, but most of you know that I am all about prevention. People suffer heat-related illnesses when the body's temperature control system is overloaded. The body normally cools itself by sweating, but under some conditions, sweating just isn't enough. In some cases, a person's body temperature rises rapidly. Very high body temperatures may damage the brain or other vital organs. Several factors affect the body's ability to cool itself during extreme hot weather. When humidity is high, sweat will not evaporate as quickly, preventing the body from releasing heat quickly. Other conditions that can limit the ability to regulate body temperature include old age, youth, 0 to 4 years old, obesity, fever, hydration, heart disease, mental illness, poor circulation, sunburn, prescription drug use, and alcohol use. Warning signs of heat stroke vary, but may include the following: an extremely high body temperature above 103 degrees Fahrenheit, red, hot, and dry skin. People with heat stroke do not sweat. Rapid, strong pulse, a throbbing headache, dizziness, nausea, confusion, unconsciousness. If you see any of these signs, you may be dealing with a life-threatening emergency. Have someone call for immediate medical assistance while you begin cooling the victim. Do the following: get the victim to a shady area. Cool them rapidly using whatever methods you can. For example, immerse the victim in a tub of cool water. Place the person in a cool shower. Spray them with cool water from a garden hose. Sponge them with cool water. Or if the humidity is low, wrap the victim in a cool, wet sheet and fan him or her vigorously. Even if you have to create shade for the victim, make sure that they are not still sitting in the hot sun. Monitor their body temperature and continue cooling efforts until the body temperature drops to below 102 degrees Fahrenheit. If emergency medical personnel are delayed, call the hospital emergency room for further instructions. Do not give the victim alcohol to drink and get medical assistance as soon as possible. Heat exhaustion is a milder form of heat-related illness that can develop after several days or long-term prolonged exposure to high temperatures and or inadequate or unbalanced replacement of fluids. Those most prone to heat exhaustion are elderly people, those with high blood pressure, and those working or exercising in a hot environment. The warning signs of heat exhaustion include the following: heavy sweating, paleness, muscle cramps, tiredness, weakness, dizziness, headache, nausea or vomiting, fainting. The skin may be cool and moist. The pulse rate will be fast and weak, and breathing will be fast and shallow. If heat exhaustion is untreated, it may progress to heat stroke. Seek medical attention if symptoms worsen or last longer than 1 hour. The biggest difference for you all to remember and to watch for is a heat stroke victim will not be sweating. Heat exhaustion victims will sweat profusely. So what can you do to prevent some of this, or what steps can you take to help them when they are when you find a victim of heat exhaustion? Have them drink cool non-alcoholic beverages, have them get some rest, take a cool shower, bath, or sponge bath, seek air-conditioned environments, and wear lightweight clothing. Heat exhaustion is typically exposure over a period of time. So watch your elderly family members during times of extreme heat and folks who may be at risk where you work to see if they're experiencing any of these symptoms. They're easy to spot most of the time. Heat cramps are usually the first sign of some sort of heat-related illness. Heat cramps are muscle pains or spasms, usually in the abdomen, arms, or legs, and they may occur in association with strenuous activity. People who sweat a lot during strenuous activity are prone to heat cramps. The sweating depletes the body's salts and minerals and moisture. The low salt level in the muscles causes the painful cramps. Heat cramps may also be a symptom of heat exhaustion. If you have heart problems or are on a low sodium diet, seek medical attention for heat cramps. If medical attention is not necessary, take the following steps. Stop all activity and sit quietly in a cool place. Drink clear juice or sports beverage, something with electrolytes in it. Do not return to strenuous activity for a few hours after the cramps subside because further exertion may lead to heat exhaustion or heat stroke. Seek medical attention for heat cramps if they do not subside after 1 hour. So, how can people protect their health when temperatures are extremely high? Remember to keep cool and use common sense. Drink plenty of fluids. Replace salts and minerals. Wear appropriate clothing. Choose lightweight, light colored, loose fitting clothing. In the sun, a wide brim hat will provide shade and keep the head cool. Use sunscreen. If you must go outdoors, be sure to apply sunscreen 30 minutes prior to going out and continually reapply according to the package directions. Sunburn affects your body's ability to cool itself and causes a loss of body fluids. It also causes pain and damages the skin, and it will not help to prevent heat stroke or heat exhaustion if you get sunburn. Pace yourself. Make sure if you are not accustomed to working or exercising in a hot environment that you start slowly and pick up the pace gradually. If exertion in the heat makes your heart pound and leaves you gasping for breath, stop all your activity, get into a cool area or at least, find some shade and rest, especially if you become lightheaded, confused, weak, or faint. These are signs that you're progressing into heat exhaustion or heat stroke. Stay cool and stay indoors whenever possible. Schedule your outdoor activities carefully. Use a buddy system and monitor those at risk so that you can adjust the environment that you work in. You all do this already for extreme cold weather. You need to remember to do the same for extreme heat. It can be just as damaging and sometimes worse. It can creep up on you without you realizing it. So key points to remember today. I really want you to remember that heat-related deaths and illnesses are preventable. Heat cramps lead to heat exhaustion, which leads to heat stroke. So start at the lowest level. If you notice cramping, then it could lead to exhaustion, which could lead to the worst. Victims of heat stroke do not sweat. Victims of heat exhaustion sweat profusely. Seek medical attention for heat stroke and heat exhaustion, and if symptoms don't subside within an hour of heat cramps. Cooling and hydrating are the key to staying safe in extreme heat. You all know this. You've got your water bottles with you all the time. You have usually hydration available. In the summertime, it's extra um, important that you take steps to keep plenty of water, plenty of electrolytes in your body. Keep replacing those minerals and salts so that you don't find yourself exposed to heat cramps and heat exhaustion and heat stroke. For more information, all of this came from the CDC, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention of Disasters, the Extreme Heat Fact page. So do go there and find more if you'd like. All of you are exposed to extreme heat at some point or another every time you go out to work. These are just some of the ways that we can keep you safe. So thank you for attending Colorado's Tailgate Talk. I hope you found the heat-related illnesses safety topic helpful and that you incorporate this information into your daily routine. I always like to leave this type of safety talk by letting everyone know that we don't do these things just because some tragic thing might happen to someone. We do them because they already have, and these are the lessons we've learned from them. So thank you for everything you do to keep us moving out there, and I'll see you next time on the Colorado Tailgate Talk.